Welcome back to AstroTeena, your ultimate guide to decoding the universe's cosmic plans for you. Now, today's topic is electrifying because it's about starting over. Now, if you're entering your year one, your personal year one in 2025, you're on the verge of a major transformation, a fresh start, full of opportunities, challenges, and exciting new beginnings. But here's the curveball. 2025 itself is a global number 9. So it's a 9 year. What does this mean? This means that the energy of endings, completions, and releasing what no longer serves us is in the air, all around us. This creates a fascinating interplay of energies. Your personal desires are charged ahead, and the universe nudges you to pause, reflect, and close old doors before opening new ones. Now, this cosmic combination of 1 and 9 isn't just numerology. It's a life lesson. It's the perfect storm of letting go of the past while taking bold steps into the future. So if you've been feeling stuck, indecisive, or even unsure about what's next, this video will help you make sense of the energy shifts and guide you towards clarity and action. So before we begin, let's take a look at how to calculate your personal year. Now, numerology relies on simple formula. Start with the birth month and the day, and then add them to the digits of the current year, which is 2025. Now, here's a step-by-step guide. So first you take your date of birth. So let's say, for example, your date of birth is September 10th. Write down the September as a 9, plus the 10th day, so September 10th, would be 9 plus 1 plus 0, which equals to a 10. And step 2 would be to add the digits of the current year, which would be 2025. So 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. So the personal year universally is 9, but added to your date of birth with your month and your date would be 10 plus 9. So that's step 3, which equals to a 19. Now we want to reduce this to a single digit. So the 1 plus 9 equals to a 10. And then we reduce that 10 to a single digit, which is a 1. So basically, anybody who's born on September 10th in 2025, their personal year would be 1. So that's how you calculate your personal year. So again, it's your month plus your day plus the current year. And that's how you get your personal year number. So in this video, first I'll do an overview for 2025, what it means as a universal number, and then I will go over in detail what it means for your personal year. So first, let's break down the numerology of 2025, which is 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, which equals a 9. Now, this universal number signifies completion, closure, transformation. It's the final number in the numerology cycle, making this year all about reflecting on the past, finishing unfinished business, and letting go of anything that no longer serves your higher good. Now, let's bring in the ruler of 2025, which is Mars, which is known for its fiery, assertive energy. Mars gives this year a very intense, action-oriented flavor. It's all about taking bold steps to clear the path for your future. So think of this as a spiritual and emotional spring cleaning. Time to declutter your life, both physically and emotionally. Now let's talk about the major themes of 2025. These are the energies we'll be feeling throughout the year. Energy of completion and closure. This is a year to wrap up projects, relationships, or situations that have outlived their purpose. Think of 2025 as the final chapter before a brand new book begins. Now, transformation. With Mars pushing us forward, this year is not just about letting go, it's about evolving. Whether it's personal growth or global change, transformation is the buzzword. Now, humanitarian focus. The 9 energy makes us look outward, engaging, encouraging us to support causes that are greater than ourselves. Expect a rise in social awareness and collective action. 9 is also about forgiveness and healing. Now, on a personal level, this is a year to heal old wounds and make peace with the past. Mars's energy might push us to confront what we're avoiding for a really long time, because Mars is encouraging that closure. Now, on a global and personal level, there will be global and personal awakenings. This is a sense of awakening in 2025, a desire to connect with higher truth, whether it's spiritual, activism, or even self-discovery. Now, let's explore how Mars will shape this year. Mars is the planet of action, courage, and ambition. It's the warrior of the zodiac. And in the 9 year, it's time to help fight for closure and transformation. Now, however, Mars's influence isn't always gentle. It might feel that its energy is fiery, pushing you to take action, even when you'd rather stay in your comfort zone. So this can manifest in different ways, such as increased drive to finish old projects and push forward. Also, heightened emotion like frustration or even impatience when things don't, work your way or they feel stagnant. Another thing is physical energy. Physical energy to tackle challenges head on, but don't forget to balance it with rest. So this year, as far as the energy, this is an impulsive energy. This is a very aggressive energy. So you could be quick to anger. You could be quick to lose your temper. This is where, you have to practice patience because you just want to push through because this is a very quick energy. And people will notice that this year actually goes by pretty fast. You have a lot of things that you want to get done, but you feel like you don't have enough time. So now let's break down how 2025 will influence different aspects of life. Now, regarding career, it's a great year to finalize long-term projects and reflect on whether your current path aligns with your passions. In regards to relationships, it's a year of emotional closure. Let go of toxic connections and deepen relationships that matter to you. Regarding health, with Mars's energy, focus on physical fitness, emotional healing, and let go of stress and old wounds. And you'll also see that this is a year where you would want to join the gym. You want to get active with your health as well. You'll see higher memberships for gyms in this time as well, because people will concentrate on their physical energy. They'll have more energy. We've just gone through the Saturn year, which was the 8, and that's a year where you don't feel like you have enough energy to do anything. And you also, Saturn makes you lazy. So you didn't have the energy, you didn't have the drive to do it, but Saturn requires you to do the work. So this is a very different energy that we're into now. People will have more energy to do things and they're going to want to do things. So the drive and the push is definitely there. And you will definitely feel like there's a time crunch because you want to do so much, but don't feel like you have enough time to do everything on your list. Now, regarding your finances, be cautious with investments and wrap up any lingering financial obligations. Planning for long-term stability is definitely the key here. So on a global scale, the year 9 energy could bring a lot of action in areas where you have been long-standing tensions. So when you're looking at political upheavals, you could be looking at economic shifts and possibly even conflicts, as Mars has a tendency to stir up war-like energy, especially when it's combined with endings and transformation, which is associated with the 9 energy. We're likely to witness power struggles, but also a rise in the collective fight for justice and equality, which could be amplified through movements, activism, and global solidarity as well. Now, in terms of the economy, Mars' influence on the year 9 could bring fast-paced change. We might see market fluctuations with sudden surges and drops. People may also be more motivated to take risks and make bold moves in their financial lives as well. However, this can be a double-edged sword. While some may benefit from quick action-driven decisions, others could face the consequences of impulsive choices. Now, let's talk about weather patterns. With the fiery influence of Mars, we could see a rise in extreme weather events like heat waves, wildfires, and storms that develop quickly and with very little warning. Now, Mars is all about fire and action, so those elements could manifest in nature's cycles as well. Now, this may also be a sense of urgency in addressing climate change as the world begins to take more decisive steps, though not without resistance. And what about health? Well, Mars rules over the physical body and its energy. So this year, people may feel more inclined to push their limits physically and mentally. However, the flip side of this is that Mars can bring rashes, it could bring inflammation, or the tendency to overexert themselves, now leading to burnout or even injuries. if we aren't careful. Now, this energy is active, so it is essential to balance it with rest and recovery. Now, for those of you who have inflammation in your body, you will see that you have more inflammation this year than usual because the element of fire is being activated this year. So that also will show in the body as well. So what does this 9 and Mars energy mean for us individually? This is a year of clearing out old and making space for the new. It's a time of letting go of outdated beliefs, habits, even relationships that no longer serve your higher good. But it isn't going to be easy. Mars will encourage us to take action. Okay, because Mars is all about action, sometimes impulsively because it's not a very patient planet. And it's also to fight what we believe in. But the 9 energy guides us towards closure and introspection. It's essential to take steps back and ask yourself, is this truly the fight I want to be in, or is it worth my time and energy? On a personal level, Mars and year 9 can bring moments of intense passion, but also frustration. You might feel driven to complete a long-term project or finally end a cycle that's been weighing on you. But be mindful, with all the energy whirling around you, it's important not to act out of anger or out of frustration. Channel that Mars energy into something productive, something that benefits you and others in the long run. So here's what to keep in mind for the year. Be mindful of the balance between taking action and knowing when to step back. The Mars energy, the Mars 9 combination pushes us towards change, but the change is not to be reckless. If you're navigating a relationship or your career, be aware of the possibilities of power struggles or confrontations, but also remember that releasing the old is necessary for personal growth. Now, the world events that we witness in 2025 will likely be filled with shifts, both challenging and exciting, from economic changes to political movements to personal breakthroughs. It's all about finding your inner warrior and navigating this year with strength and wisdom. So that's 2025 on a universal level. Now let's look at your personal year and see how year 9 will affect your life in 2025. So what's personal year 2? Okay, let's start with the basics. Personal year 2 is all about duality. While personal year 1 is all about action and starting things fresh, personal year 2 is all about the second step. It's about nurturing relationships and building the foundation that will support you long term. This year, you're likely to feel a deeper pull towards finding balance and strengthening bonds that you have with others. If you're feeling like it's time to take a step back and let things unfold, this year is for you. It's time to embrace patience, cooperation, and reflection. Personal year 2 isn't about making major changes. It's about growing in harmony with what is already there, what you've already started in year 1. Now, the themes for personal year 2 in 2025: patience and timing. One of the biggest themes in 2025 for you will be patience. If you've been pushing hard in the past year, this year you might feel like you want to take a pause moment. It's not that things aren't happening, but that they are happening at their own pace. So trust that everything is falling into place, even if you can't see the full picture yet. So breathe. Trust the timing and don't rush. The right opportunities will come at the right time. Another theme is relationships and partnerships. Personal year 2 is a year of relationships, whether it's love, friendship, or family. This year will challenge you to deepen your connections and to learn the value of cooperation. It's a perfect time to nurture what you already have, whether it's fixing a strained relationship or strengthening a bond that's already very solid. So focus on communication and patience with those that you love. This is a great year to work on building trust. The other theme is self-care and intuition. Another key aspect of personal year 2 is self-care. It's time to listen to your inner voice and to take care of yourself on a deeper level. You might feel a strong connection with your intuition, and it's important to trust those gut feelings that you have. Listen to your body, your mind, your soul when it comes to the needs of rest, reflection, and take time away from any kind of hassle that you feel this year. Don't ignore your inner wisdom. Take time for self-care and don't feel guilty for needing it. Now, let's zoom into how personal year 2 can play out in different areas of your life. As far as love and relationships, in love, personal year 2 is all about partnership, whether it's in a romantic relationship or just to deepen your friendships. This year is all about building harmony and emotional connection. Now, if you've been feeling distant from your partner or loved ones, this is a year that will give you the chance to strengthen those bonds. So focus on creating emotional intimacy. Let your relationships evolve at their own pace and enjoy the process of growth. Now, looking at career and finances, career-wise, personal year 2 is more about collaboration than competition. You might find that working with others brings more success than getting it done on your own. Trust your instincts when it comes to who to collaborate with and what projects to take on. It's a year for planting seeds, but not necessarily reaping them just yet. So work on building a supportive network. It's a good time for teamwork and finding balance in your professional life. Now, looking at health and wellness. When it comes to health, the theme for personal year 2 is balance. It's all about pushing your limits or overdoing it. It's all about what feels right for your body and sticking to that routine that nurtures you. Your mental and emotional health will also need attention, so be mindful of your stress levels. Focus on nurturing your body and mind. Think balance, not extremes. Now, let's look at the key advice for 2025 for personal year 2. To make the most of the year, you need to embrace the flow. Things won't always move at your pace, but remember, good things take time. Let go of the need to force things to happen. Also, cultivate patience. This is a year to test your ability to wait. Trust that what you're working on will grow beneath the surface, even if it's not visible yet. Strengthen your connections, whether it's love, friendship, business. Put that energy into nurturing the relationships that matter the most. Invest in trust and communication. So while 2025 is a year of Mars, personal year 2 is ruled by Moon. So you're looking at the energies of Mars and the moon being played out for you in 2025. So the moon is associated with heightened emotional sensitivity. The moon's phases can amplify emotional sensitivity that are already a hallmark for personal year 2. So for example, during a full moon, emotions can feel more intense. And a new moon might bring more introspection and a desire to set emotional boundaries or begin new emotional cycles. So this is definitely a year that you should focus on your intuition. The moon is linked to intuition, while it also emphasizes listening and understanding. Moon phases can help sharpen intuition insight. So the moon's energy represents emotions, intuition, nurturing. It governs our inner world, our subconscious mind, and how we seek comfort, associated with gentle, being caring, and it's a very reflective energy. Whereas Mars's energy is represented by action, drive, passion, aggression. It's driven by conflict, and it's also how we assert ourselves. It's associated with a fiery energy, a very aggressive quality to it. So do these two energies get along? It can be challenging. Now, some of the positives for these two energies is that Mars's assertive energy can give the moon courage to act on its emotions. So, for instance, if the moon feels stuck or indecisive, Mars can push you forward in action. And also when it comes to passion, together, they can create emotional intensity and passion, especially in relationships or creative pursuits. Now, another thing is Mars is also very warlike. It has warlike qualities that can serve to protect the moon's sensitive nature, creating a very dynamic for emotional security. Now, some of the challenging aspects of these two energies together would be that it can be emotionally overwhelming. The moon's need for calm and comfort can clash with the Mars's fiery, action-oriented nature, and this can create emotional volatility as well. These two energies can also create mood swings. So when Mars is too aggressive, it can create overwhelming feelings in the moon, leading to feeling hurt or defensiveness. And another area is impulsivity. So Mars can push the moon into reacting too quickly or emotionally, creating intense tensions and regret. So we need to navigate this Mars moon energy in a very careful way, because the moon person may feel overwhelmed and energized by Mars's assertiveness. So the moon and Mars energies don't naturally get along, but their interaction can be incredibly powerful when it's balanced. Mars's action-oriented nature can complement the moon's emotional depth, creating a very dynamic mix of passion and drive. However, it requires mindfulness to avoid any emotional clashes. And there's a wrap for personal year 2 in 2025. This year is all about patience, partnership, and intuitive growth. If you lean into these themes and let things unfold in their own pace, you're setting yourself up for success in the long run. So don't forget to subscribe to AstroTeena, as you can never miss a beat in numerology, astrology, and how to make the most of your personal energies. And don't forget to watch the monthly calendar for monthly and daily predictions. So catch you next time. And remember, sometimes the best things come when you let them come to you on their own time.